We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is 7:51 a.m., June the 2nd, or maybe the 3rd. Who knows? 4th of July is coming up. Or July, June. Wow, I'm way off. Just got off work. Just chilling at the house. Had some energy in me. I found a video of a dude covering a military document on BitChute. And that's what we're covering today. But I don't know, I've noticed a trend. This military document, it's actually older. I think it was like 2012 it came out. And I heard about it when it came out. My brother was telling me about it, but it just seemed so outlandish and so crazy that I just didn't really care at the time until I made a video the other day talking about prions and how it's similar to mad cow disease, and people taking this wizard potion, it kind of can cause mad cow disease, which basically turns you into a non-rotting zombie. And the CDC earlier this year put out a warning, a zombie warning, how to survive a zombie apocalypse, and everyone was like, oh, that's weird, it's a joke, you know. And same with this document. It's a military document on how the military should react to a zombie apocalypse. And I don't know, I hear all the time that they have to tell you what they're doing before they do it as like a karmic law, the elites. And I don't know. If it's true what's with the prion disease, it would make sense why they had a military document on how they would react in that situation. Because people with mad cow is literally, there's no difference than them and a zombie, honestly. But I did download the document. I'm going to go through it. I'm just going to try to go through the main bulk of it. It is in PDF form, and I'm recording on my computer, but I can't look at the screen while recording, so I'll have to read it off my phone, so it is a little bit harder to read, so bear with me. Don't be hateful in the comments, because some people, man, like if I stutter just once or twice, they're like, learn how to read, you know, and it's like, Jesus, man. But yeah, we'll get on with the show. Alright, so here's the disclaimer. This fictitious plan was created by junior military officers undergoing training related to the Department of Defense's Joint Operational Planning and Executive System, JOPS for short. The formalized process by which the department conducts all contingency planning and execution is an effort to learn the JOPS process and to do so in a more interesting way. The students were assigned this completely fictitious scenario and directed to use JOPS to develop a written contingency plan using the fictitious scenario, avoided concerns over the use of classified information. It resolved sensitivity to the using real-world nations or scenarios, and it better engaged the students. So here's another, shows a table of contents, which we're not going to click on it because I downloaded the entire PDF. 16 pages. We're going to try to get through it all. Like I said, I'm just going to touch on the bulk of it. So this is Conplan 8888. Disclaimer, this plan was not actually designed as a joke during the summer of 2009 and 2010. Okay, so I was wrong on 2010. By the way, I will leave a link to that other video talking about the prion disease if you would like more detail on it. Just my concerns with it. While training augmentees from a local training squadron about the JOP members, the USS Stratcom, or the US Stratcom, found out by accident that the hyperbolic involved writing zombie survival plan actually provided a very useful and effective training tool. Planners who attended JPME-2 at the Joint Combined Warfighting School also realized that training examples for plans must accommodate the political fallout that occurs if the general public mistakenly believes that a fictional training scenario is actually a real plan, rather than risk such an outcome by teaching our augmentees using the fictional Tunisia or Nigeria scenarios used by JCWS. We elected to use a completely impossible scenario that could never be mistaken as a real plan. Or could it? With Prions. Because the plan was so ridiculous, our students not only enjoyed the lessons, they actually were able to explore the basic concepts of plan in order to develop fact assumptions, specified and implied task references, etc. very effectively. We posed this plan because we feel that it is a very enjoyable way to train new planners and boost retention of critical knowledge. We posted this to Intellipedia after reading about the benefits of crowdsourcing phenomena in the Business of Management book, The Starfish and the Spider, quote unquote. I've never heard that. The Starfish and the Spider. We're going to have to look into that. Hit me up in the comments if you know anything about that, or if you delved down that rabbit hole and you got some info or something. I'll try to remember to go down that rabbit hole, definitely. Our intent was to place this training tool, quote unquote, in the wild so that others who were interested in finding new and innovative ways to train planners could have alternative and oh, bless me, Lord. Sorry. Alternative and admittedly unconventional tool at the disposal that could be modified and updated over time. We also hoped that this type of non-traditional training approach would provide inspiration for other personnel trying to teach topics that can be very boring. Finally, we figured that an entry like this would not be only instructive, but possibly entertaining for personnel deployed away from their families supporting military ops abroad. If this plan helps illustrate how JOP works and brings a smile or a brief laugh in the process, so much the better. So let's see. This is getting into military stuff. Here's the bulky section I'll get into. Security instructions. We'll go down to number 3. This document is unclassified to ensure maximum utility during times of crisis. Classified capabilities used counter zombies will be addressed in appropriate orders and annexes adapted during crisis action planning to adapt actions in this plan to current operational conditions. Number 4, U. This document contains information affecting the national defense of the United States within the meaning of the espionage laws, Title 18, United States Code, Section 793 and 794, the transmission or revelation of information contained herein in any matter to any unauthorized person is prohibited by law. Number 5, reproduction of this document is authorized for general training purposes. Reproduce only in accordance with guidelines for reproduction of classified material outlined in DoD 5200 IR Information Security Program. If this were a real plan, the following language would be included. Do not reproduce this document without the express written permission of CD Rust Tratcom or blah blah blah. Plan summary. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking through, like I said. Defensive operations. Defensive operations. Those operations aimed, so this is the definition of defensive and offensive operation, which I mean, plan execution. Zombie threat summary. So pathogenic zombies, here are different type of zombies that they were planning to, I guess, do warfare against. Pathogenic zombies, PZs for short, are zombie life forms created after an organism is infected by a virus or bacteria or some other form of contagion, which we know anyone who drinks the wizard potion any effects of them are just going to be blamed on the new variant, the Delta, that's coming out. Pathogenic zombies, radiation zombies are zombie life forms created after an organism is infected by an extreme dosage of electromagnetic and/or particle radiation. So what about 5G? Huh? Evil magic zombies, in short EMZs. EMZs are zombie life forms created via some form of occult experimentation and what might otherwise be referred to as evil magic. That actually has been done with Serpent and the Rainbow. Check that book out and/or movie. They actually legit have made zombies using black magic, but I mean there is science backing it up too though. Space zombies, SZ. Space zombies are life forms originating from space or created by toxic contamination of the Earth environment via some form of extraterrestrial toxin or radiation. That's number 1. Number 2 is zombie satellites can be classified as SZs. However, they pose no danger to humans unless they conduct an unplanned orbit. Typically, zombie satellites only pose the threat. The SATCOM services, like DirecTV. Weaponized zombies, WZs. Weaponized zombies are life forms deliberately created via biomechanical engineering for the purposes of being employed as weapons. Zombie weaponization programs and supporting infrastructures. Oh, so like basically if they injected nanobots into you. Huh. Imagine that. The movie The Crazies exemplifies the most common type of WZs. Has anyone ever seen the movie The Crazies? Hit me up in the comments. I'd like to know. SIZs are zombie life forms originating from the introduction of a symbiont life form into an otherwise healthy host. Although the symptoms of symbiont zombieism is similar in most regards to pathogenic zombieism, the symbiont does not kill the host organism quickly or at all. However, there is no known way to save the organism after zombieism has occurred, even if the symbiont is removed. Vegetarian zombies, VZs. Never heard of that. VZs are zombie life forms originating from any cause but pose no direct threat to humans because they only eat plant life, as indicated in the popular game Plants vs. Zombies. Huh. I mean, I've seen the game. Although VZs do not attack humans or other animal life, they will consume all plant life in front of them. They can cause massive deforestation or elimination of basic food crops essential to humans. Oh, so basically, Bill Gates is a VZ. Gotcha. Let's see. Where normal carnivorous zombie, commonly grown the word brains, blah blah blah. Chicken zombies. CZs. Although it sounds ridiculous, this actually the only proven class of zombie that actually exists. Wow. Okay. CZs were first documented in Jonathan M. Forster's December 4th, 2006 online article, Zombie Chickens Taken Over in California. Chicken zombies occur when old hens that can no longer lay eggs are incorrectly euthanized by poultry farmers using carbon monoxide. The hens are then deposited in large piles to decompose. The hens appear to be dead when buried, but inexplicably come back to life and dig themselves out from the piles of dead chickens after reaching the surface. Wow. Stagger. So CZs stagger for a period of time before ultimately expiring due to internal organ failure. CZs are simply terrifying to behold and are likely only to make people become vegetarians in protest to animal cruelty. They appear to be no direct threat to humans. They are different from WZs because they are the result of actions taken to kill a living organism, vice actions taken to deliberately reanimate dead organisms or impair life functions to a minimal function. Dude, we're going to have to check out that article. We'll have to do another podcast on that. That's insane. Environmental effects. Causes of zombie infection are generally resistant to most environmental effects. The following environmental factors apply to zombies in this plan. Let's see, that would be environmental. The viral pathogens that cause PZs have some vulnerability to ultraviolet light. UV light impairs the functions of ribonucleic RNA that composes most viral life forms. So basically, yeah, kind of like what kills the C word that is going around. UV light, sunlight. You know, we already knew that shit. Kind of like that movie I Am Legend. You know, they can't go out in the light. The following environmental factors apply to humans in this plan. Rain will be vitally important to human survival. If civil water supplies are cut off, wow, it's a military document. You guys can't even spell cut off correctly. Humans will have to rely on other means to obtain water. Groundwater from the streams and rivers will be unreliable since it will be difficult to determine if groundwater is a vector for zombie infection. Or if there's a zombie in the stream. Humans who do not shelter in place with sturdy structure that protect from the direct effects of all currents that could carry pathogens or toxins or direct exposure to radiation will be increased risk of contamination, death, and injury. Although the threat scenarios aren't meant to be all-inclusive, U.S. Stratcom must be postured. What's up, my kitty? Do you hear him? And flexible enough to respond to any emerging threat due to different zombie disaster scenarios. So let's see. This is legal considerations, deployment, employment. Let's see what deployment. U.S. Stratcom forces specified in the forces table of the current. So phase 0. This is the phase, the operational phasing. Phase 0 is this is defense ops. Conduct general zombie awareness training. Ensure readiness of CBRNE protective. Phase 1, deter. Phase 0 was shape. Zombies cannot be deterred themselves. Conduct large-scale training to demonstrate U.S. Stratacom ability to. Phase 2, seize initiative. Recall all U.S. Stratacom personnel to duty stations. Begin fortification of all U.S. Stratacom. Phase 3, dominate. Lock down all U.S. Stratacom operating location for 30 days. Assume mission oriented. Phase 4, stabilize. Deploy recon teams after D+30 to ascertain general solidity of environment near U.S. Stratacom locations. For deploy, let's see, stage 5 would be restore civil authority. Deploy U.S. Stratacom personnel to aid any surviving civil authorities in disaster zones. Yeah, this is definitely where it's a PDF. It is a little hard to kind of read this stuff the way it's printed. So we'll skip around. Supporting plans. Zombie forces will become stronger with each human casualties because each human casualty will become a zombie. And Allied forces, U.S. and Allied forces may be degraded as a conflict emerges and progresses. LOAC will not apply to zombies, domestic law enforcement. Because accurate intelligence related to zombies will be hard to obtain using traditional methods, planners will have to assume worst-case scenarios derived from popular culture, references, books, movies, comic books, and adequately model zombie threats. So, basically, if you don't get this document, study the movies, books, and what you've heard from popular culture. Even if infected by a zombie, containment or pathogen, human biology requires a regular intake of water and food, absent proper hydration to offset the effects of progressing zombieism. Zombie-infected humans will experience organ failure that will immobilize or kill the host within 30 to 40 days. Kind of like what's going on right now. Marketing materials. For most hand sanitizers indicate the product kills 99% of all germs, though none of these products has ever indicated any efficiency against biohazard level for pathogens like E. coli. It is entirely possible that such products could limit or delay the spread of pathogen-based zombieism if properly employed. Zombies are undead and thus feel no pain or fear of death. Riot control countermeasures would be completely ineffective. The human instinct for self-preservation can cause newly infected zombie hosts to deny their imminent zombification to nearby humans. Operational limitations. Let's see. Constraints. Restraints. Allow nuclear weapon storage areas to be compromised by zombie forces. Allow airfields or POL facilities critical to combat aircraft capabilities to be overrun by zombie forces. So basically what they're allowing. Shortfalls and limiting factors. Adequate zombie defense requires sandbags, sand, barbed wire, anti-personnel mines, riot control chemical agents, MOP gear, MOPP, and petroleum to create flame barriers. These supplies may not present in sufficient volume to allow desired levels of defense against zombie incursion and could severely tax available logistical support infrastructure. U.S. Stratacom forces do not currently hold enough contingency stores, food, water to support 30 days of barricade counter zombie operations. So sounds like y'all need to fix that. Let's see. Like I said, I'm looking through. Airborne command centers are unlikely to be viable after the first week of zombie invasion. Although fueling in air will extend mission capabilities, the support bases that refuelers operate from will likely be overrun by zombies. It is possible that islands like Hawaii, Guam, Diego Garcia might remain viable relocation bases if airborne C2 assets can make it to these locations. That makes sense because zombies can't swim, and if they could, they'd just get eaten by sharks. And then it'd be zombie sharks, dude. If it can transfer to animals. Let's see. Let's go to the next page. Command relationships, logistics appraisal. Like I said, I'm just kind of skipping through because it is military documents, so it's not the most exciting thing. Basic plan. Zombie dominance plan. In light of the inherent survival threat posed by zombies and absent specified guidance for detailed planning to address such a contingency, U.S. Stratacom has taken the initiative to develop JOPE's Level 3 plan, Conplan, consistent with guidance derived from other specific planning efforts to ensure U.S. and Allied freedom of action from zombie domination. As a result, many specific tasks dominated in this plans are taken from high-level strategic guidance documents. Other tasks in the plan derived from the higher-level tasks for essential accomplishment are listed as implied task, which we kind of went through that. Execution. Let's see, mission statement. Scanning through. Areas of concern. Area of responsibility. CDR U.S. Stratacom as combatant commander is not assigned to an AOR for normal operations and will not exercise those functions of command associated. Let's see. Flexible different options. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I definitely would say look this up. It's Conplan 8888. I'm not really seeing much more of interest. I mean, you guys will have to definitely check it out yourselves. Like I said, I'm on page 13, so I'm probably just going to do just this one episode on just this and finish it off here. Because it doesn't, I mean, unless you want to go through all 16 pages yourself. I downloaded it. It's interesting. I kind of went through, I think, most of it. I try to keep the episodes, you know, at least 30 minutes. It's 27:30 now. But I don't want to bore you to death either. I just kind of want to get the info out there. I thought it was interesting. I was talking about prion disease and what could be coming September and October, what the SPARS document, which is an actual document, U.S. government document. Well, I don't know if it's U.S. government, but it's an actual exercise that they did. And September and October do not look pretty. But, I mean, look on the bright side. It'll be a cool Halloween, you know. Zombies walking around. But I'll end it there. Y'all have a good day. I'll leave a link to the video on what I was talking about, the SPARS document and the prions and the spike or pointy proteins and all that jazz. And let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll catch y'all later.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings. from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.